Hello, thank you for being here and taking the time to practice, dedicating this practice to your own body. And if you're like me and you're on your period and you still have energy and you want to work out your body and you want to feel your body, then this practice is great. But it also focusing on movement that helps to release cramps. So, because your womb in the end, it's a big muscle that contracts all the time to release the blood. And if it contracts too much, like any other muscle, it cramps, it hurts. So, what we're doing is to focus on movement that stretches also the womb and to give you a little bit of a release there. And I hope that's also working. It's magic for you. And yeah, just enjoy. I want to start laying down with you today, but not too long. And if you have, use a blanket, or you can also use a block or anything else. And I would like to, like, if you have a blanket or a towel, also works, to just roll it up, shouldn't be too high. And then you can place it under your shoulders if you're laying down on your back in a way that the towel or whatever you're using is below your shoulder blades and the shoulder joints are dropping onto the floor. So you can feel that your chest is being lifted. And also, if you're doing this with a block, you can do it just like with the towel, placing the block below, or you can also use maybe a very small pillow or just a scarf, whatever you have. We're just going to lay down for a few minutes and enjoying this passive stretch. And if you want, you can also have the hands over your head, or you can also place the hands onto your belly. You just try a few options and see what works for you. Also, take the time to find this position. Allow the feet to drop towards the sides. And really make sure that the blanket or your prop is below your shoulder blades so you can really drop the shoulders onto the floor. And also the head is quite comfortable on the floor. If it's not and your neck is kind of overstretched, also use something else below the head so you can just relax it a little bit here. And when you have found your position, that might take a little bit of trying and finding a comfortable one. Just really allow the body to become heavy and fall into this passive stretch for a few minutes. So you can allow the front body to open and already give a first impulse to the body, letting it know that we're going to stretch it for a little bit, bringing in some more space. And if you want to try to focus on really long inhalations, try to guide the breath into the belly. You can feel that the belly is rising up. And then as you exhale, it slowly comes down again. Breathing deeply into the belly. And really taking time to slowly exhale again. And while you keep breathing in and out of the belly, try to also notice how your rib cage is expanding every time you're breathing in, and how your rib cage is slowly pulling back together as you're exhaling out. It's like the image of a bird who is using its wings to fly. Every inhalation, the wings spread wide open, and on every exhalation, they close again. And just keep the breath for a little bit longer. And allow yourself to just relax the body. And then slowly take one last deep breath in and one long deep breath out. And slowly pull your knees in, place your feet onto the ground, and then roll onto one side so you can use one hand to just pull the blanket or the block, your prop, just away and come back onto your back. And then just take a moment to feel your back onto the ground right now. If you want to, you can leave the feet onto the ground and just allow the knees to drop together, or you can also extend the legs again. But just notice how the chest is feeling right now and how the back is lying on the ground. And take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. One more deep breath in and out. Last one, deep breath in and out. And then slowly bring both of your knees towards your chest and hug the shin bones. And then bring the nose in between of your knees. Squeeze yourself together. Inhale once more. And then as you exhale, bring the head back onto the floor, the hands onto your kneecaps. And then roll back and forth, massaging the back onto the floor, gaining some momentum. And then slowly bring the feet onto the ground in front of you and then open the knees towards either sides. So coming into the butterfly. And use again your thumbs, your index finger, and your middle finger to hook the big toes and really pull the big toes towards your body. And then allow the knees to drop towards the floor. And then a few times up and down with the knees. Opening the chest, shoulders towards the sides. One deep breath in. And then as you exhale, allow the knees to drop and slowly lean forwards. Lengthen the back, chin towards the chest. And again, here try to open the shoulders towards the sides. Feel that you're really pulling your big toes towards your chest and you're pulling your entire front body towards front. One more deep breath in and out. And then slowly relax the feet again, coming up again, and then bring the soles of your feet back onto the floor, hands behind your body, and then allow the knees to drop from one side to the other. And then from here, I'm just turning back around again. Extend your legs towards the front and then bring your hands behind you and slowly walk the hands as far back as you can. The chest leaning towards the front. And you can also rest the head forwards, chin towards the chest, or you can also drop the head backwards, whatever fits for you, whatever feels good. And just walk the hands as far as it's so comfortable for you to stay here for a few breaths. Maybe you feel quite an intense stretch in the shoulders, maybe even in the elbows. Just go as far as that you can still breathe with comfort. And then slowly walk your hands backwards. And then place your feet again onto the ground. And then hug your thighs from behind. And then walk with your sitting bones one by one towards the back. And try to keep the contact of your upper body with the thighs. So only go as far as you can remain that contact here. And then if you want to, you can also drop your head towards your feet in the front. And let's just take a few breaths in and out and focus on your shoulder blades and in the space in between of your shoulder blades. And really try to create a little bit more space in here with every inhalation. And then allow your body to become a little bit heavier with every exhalation. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then once more, let go of your hands. Push your fingers into the ground as you inhale. Open the chest once more. And then bring your feet towards your body and either roll over the side into the forefoot stand, or you place your feet onto the ground, hands in between of your knees, and you try to push with your feet towards the ground and come with the hands in front. Yeah, also feel free to try a few times and then roll over the side. If that is not possible yet for you, this could take some time, but if you keep practicing, at some point it will work. And then open your feet, your knees hip width apart in your forefoot stand. Also spread your fingers wide. And then as you inhale, come into a hollow back. Open your chest wide, look upwards and pull your navel still in towards your spine. As you exhale, round your back, pull your shoulder blades apart. Really push with your hands into the mat. Once more, as you inhale, hollow back, gazing upwards. As you exhale, round cat stretch. Once more, inhale, hollow back. And then stay here. Bring your shoulders above the wrists. Pull the navel in. As you exhale, lean forwards. Bend the elbows close in towards your body. And bring chin and chest towards the floor. Let's stay here for 2 breaths. The buttocks hovers above the floor. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Once more, inhaling. And exhaling. Then slowly, as you inhale, come back up, forefoot stand. As you exhale, come into child's pose. And then press your fingertips into the ground. Imagine you're hiding 2 beautiful cupcakes below your hands. And then walk your fingertips a little bit more towards the front, allowing the forehead to drop towards the floor and lengthening the back of your body. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhaling. And then as you exhale, walk your fingertips towards the right side and really stretch your fingers far away from you, especially the left hand. So you feel a nice stretch in the left side of your body. So the left rib cage is being opened. Take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out again. Once more, deep breath in and slow breath out. And then slowly walking the hands towards the center again. And then walk the hands towards the left side and stretch the right hand far away from you. Feel the stretch in your right rib cage. Feel side opening, forehead dropping towards the floor. And again, using the breath to intensify the stretch. Breathing into the right rib cage, opening the sides. One more deep breath in and a slow breath out. And then slowly walking the hands back to the center and then back towards your knees. And for a moment, tuck your toes. Make sure that all of your beautiful toes are touching the ground, even the pinky toe. That one is usually trying to hide and escape. And then, if possible, you can bring your hands onto your thighs and just sit on your heels. If that's a little bit too much, it could be quite intense here, stretching the soles of your feet. You can also place your hands in front of you. You can choose what works for you. If you don't feel anything here, push your knees a little bit more towards the front. And if you feel too much, as said, bring your hands more towards the front and give a little bit of weight more towards the front. And take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in and out. And then slowly bring your hips above your knees. And then keep the toes onto the ground. Bring your hands into your sides and the elbows backwards. And feel how your chest is stretching wide towards the front. Imagine someone wanted to bind a ribbon around your elbows and pulls it closely together. So the hands and the hips on the sides and the elbows pointing backwards. So as you inhale, lengthen the chest once more.
As you exhale, lean a little bit backwards, but use your hands to push your hips towards the front. And now try to engage the belly, pulling the navel in so we don't feel any pain in the lower back, especially not tomorrow. Taking another deep breath in here. And deep breath out. Once more, inhale here. Slowly, as you exhale, sit down again onto towards your heels. And then walk the hands forwards, coming back into your forefoot stand. And tucking the toes and then just wiggling the backs of your feet onto the floor. And then extend your right leg backwards. Tuck the toes and press your right heel backwards, engaging your belly. So pulling the navel in. And then try, as you inhale, to lift the left knee up and try to kiss your left knee, rounding the neck. And then slowly placing the left knee down again. And then pushing the right foot towards the front in between of your hands. The hips falling down deeply, coming onto your fingertips. You can also use blocks or anything onto your sides. And then pushing the hips a little bit more towards the front. And as you inhale, bring both hands up over the sides. Try to again engage the belly. Pull the navel in. And now let's try to push the back of your foot into the ground and lift the back knee. So not the toes tucked, but the back of the foot pressing into the floor. Great. Inhale here. As you exhale, drop the left knee down again onto the floor. Bring the hands again into your hips. And again here, pull the elbows back together and behind of your back. Belly firm. Inhale, open. As you exhale, slowly lean backwards. And with your right foot, now try to push the mat away from you. Try to push the mat towards the front. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in. And out. And then slowly lengthen your front leg. Coming up with your upper body again. And as you exhale, slowly leaning with your upper body towards the front. Trying to keep the chest open again. Try to still bring the elbows back together. Deep breath in. And as you exhale again, bend the front knee. Again, here, tuck the toes. And then lift the left knee up. Gazing towards your right big toe. Inhale here. As you exhale, place both of your hands onto the floor. Step the right foot back, high plank. Holding it here. Inhale. As you exhale, drop knees, chest and chin down onto the floor. As you inhale, sneak towards the front and up into your cobra. As you exhale, back into child's pose, buttocks towards your heels, hands in the front, forehead onto the ground. Deep breath in here. And deep breath out. Slowly walking your hands back towards your knees. And then bring your hips up in one line with your knees again. Hands in the elbows, hands in the hips, elbows together in the back. Inhale, lengthen, engage the belly. As you exhale, slowly leaning back, opening the chest. And still the hands are pushing the hips towards the front. Inhale here. As you exhale again, buttocks towards the heels, walking the hands towards the front, coming back into forefoot stand. Extending the left foot towards the back, toes onto the floor, heel pressing backwards. Engage your belly, suck the navel in, and then slowly as you inhale, bring your right knee towards your chest, try to kiss the knee. Then exhale, bring the right knee down onto the floor. And then step the left foot in between of your hands in front. Allow the hips to sink deeply. Come onto your fingertips. If you want to, you can also bring your left foot a little bit more towards the front. The knee ideally above the ankle. And then again, the chest tries to lift towards the front. Deep breath in. And deep and long breath out. On your next inhalation, push both of your feet into the ground. Bring both hands up. Engage the belly. And again, the back of the right foot is pressing into the floor. As you inhale, try to lift the right knee off the ground. Hold it here. Inhaling and exhale. One more time. Deep breath in. Use the exhalation to safely bring the right knee onto the floor. Hands again into the hips. Elbows pulling together in the back. Inhale here. And then slowly as you exhale, try to lean back. Use your hands to push the hips towards the front. Open the chest. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Or if that's too much for the neck, in front. One more deep breath in. Then slowly as you exhale, send your hips backwards. Extend the front leg. And then take another deep breath in, lengthen in the chest. As you exhale, slowly lean forwards. And try to send the left hips back and the right hip towards the front. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Last one, inhale here. As you exhale, bend the front knee again. Allow the hips to sink deep. Frame your front foot again. And then step the left knee next to your right knee, coming back into your forefoot stand. As you inhale again, into hollow back, gazing upwards. As you exhale, bend the elbows backwards, lean chest and chin towards the front and down. Inhale, sneak towards the front and up into your cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes and then come back and up into down dog. And then take some time to just get adjusted in down dog. Maybe pushing your heels down one by one. Maybe pushing your hips from side to side, wiggling them slightly, wiggling the head, nodding it, saying no, 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 yes, yes, yes. And also allowing yourself to sigh or to make noises, maybe fluttering the lips, fluttering the cheeks. But try here to really spread your fingers wide and to push your fingertips into the ground as if you wanted to push the mat towards the front and away from you. You can always keep the knees bent. The focus or the intention is more onto keeping the back really long. So we don't want to round the back and really to lengthen it. Take another deep breath in here and deep breath out. And then as you inhale the next time, lift your right heel up towards the ceiling. Try to lift the heel as high as you can and then look up towards your foot in the air and see that the toes are pointing towards the floor. Deep breath in here. And as you exhale, step your right foot in between of your hands. And slowly lift your fingertips off the ground. Extend them towards the back. Try to keep your back foot long and strong. As you inhale, hands over the sides and up. Then as you exhale, extend the fingertips towards the front, leaning towards the front. The gaze again towards your right big toe. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, step your hands back down and your right foot back into plank. Holding it here. Inhale. As you exhale, drop knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, sneaking towards the front and up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here again, and as you in, lift your left heel up towards the ceiling. Again, check if the toes are pointing towards the floor. You want to keep the hips closed here. So we're focusing on stretching the front side of our left hip. Take another deep breath in here. Then as you exhale, use some momentum, step the left foot in between of your hands. You can also use your left hand to step the left foot a little bit more towards the front under the left knee, coming onto your fingertips. Right heel pushing backwards. And then spreading your hands towards the back, fingertips pointing towards your right heel. As you inhale, hands over the sides and up. As you exhale, extend your hands towards the front, leaning forwards, looking towards your left big toe. Deep breath in here. As you exhale again, frame your front foot. Step the left foot back into high plank. holding it here. Inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees, then chest and chin downwards. Sneaking towards the front and up. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the toes and move back and up into down dog. Let's focus a little bit onto the sides. So as you inhale, the heels are lifted. As you exhale, bring the heels towards the right side and try to place them towards the floor. And now, especially with the left hand, push the mat towards the front away from you so you feel a nice stretch in the left side of your body. And come towards center again. Heels turning up. As you exhale, drop the heels towards the left side and use the right hand to push the mat away from you. Lengthening the right side of your body. Deep breath in here and out. And then slowly turning the heels back up again towards the center. As you inhale, lengthen the right leg back and up. As you exhale, step your right foot towards the outside of your right hand in the front. And as you inhale, right hand up towards the ceiling. And then try to drop your left heel down onto the floor. And then slowly, let's try to make a big step with your right foot backwards into a side plank. Right hand up. Right foot above the left foot, or you can also step it towards the front onto the mat. Or you go for the hard caution and lift the right leg up. Great. Inhale here. As you exhale, come back to center into plank. And drop knees, chest, and chin down. Use your next inhalation to sneak up towards the front into cobra. Stay here, but keep on breathing. Push the backs of your feet again into the ground. Push your pubic bone into the ground. And then use your hands to push your heart a little bit more up towards the front. Just as much that you can still feel your hip bones onto the floor. Your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly come back down again. Wiggle your hips for a bit. Loosen your lower back. And then slowly tuck your toes. Push the hands back into the ground. The elbows are pointing backwards. Kneecaps are lifted. And now we're pushing ourselves up into high plank. So as you inhale, push your hands into the ground. Extend your arms up. Slowly, as you exhale, drop both of your heels towards the left side. Inhale, reach the right hand up again. Now let's try to make this movement back again. So step the right foot towards the front of your mat. Right foot towards the front of your mat. And right hand uplifted. Great. Exhale, right hand down. Then drop your left heel again onto the ground. So the toes are pointing outwards. And as you inhale, lift your left hand up. You can also use a block under the right hand here. The left knee is off the ground. And the left heel is pressing into the ground. Yeah. And then push with both of your feet into the ground. As you inhale, come up into warrior two. Both of your hands stretching far away. Front knee above the front ankle. Deep breath in here. As you exhale, windmill both of your hands back towards the floor. Turn the left heel up again. Now press the right knee towards the outside of your right upper arm. Point the right toes back. Hold it here. Inhale. As you exhale, step again the right foot back into high plank. And then drop knees, chest, and chin down again. As you inhale, sneak towards the front and up. And then this time, lift your arms off the floor. Raising your upper body. And again, here, try to bring your elbows back together. Hands slightly pointing out towards the sides. Deep breath in here. And keep on breathing out. One more deep breath in here. As you exhale, bring your hands back down. Push yourself back into child's pose. Forehead onto the ground. Allow the arms to relax. Deep breath in and deep breath out. One more time, deep breath in and out. Then slowly extend your arms out to the front again. Tuck your toes and then move back and up into down dog. As you inhale, extend the left leg back and up. Then as you exhale, big step forwards, left foot towards the outside of your left hand. Great. And then slowly we want to turn your right foot out, so the right heel towards the floor. Bring the left hand up towards the ceiling. So making a transition back again into side plank. Right hand pushes into the ground. Lean a little bit backwards with your hips and then step your left foot back. Great. You want to go for the killer version again. Left foot up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, slowly finding your way back to the center into high plank. Holding your inhale. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. One more time, sneaking through. Inhale, up into cobra. Shoulders away from the ears, open chest. And then slowly coming down, tip of your nose down towards the floor. Tucking your toes. And we're going to press up again into plank pose. Kneecaps lifted, hands active, elbows pointing back. And then with your inhalation coming up into plank. Slowly turning the heels towards the right side. Lift your left hand up. Then slowly try to lift the left foot up and then make a huge step with your left foot towards the front of your mat. Right heel pressing backwards. And then slowly turn your right heel towards the floor again. Bring your left hand towards the inside of your left foot. Bring your right hand up. And then press into the floor as you inhale. Lift your left arm towards the front and up. Right hand back. Warrior two. Again, the front knee above the front ankle. One big line with your arms. Deep breath in here. And as you exhale, windmill the hand forwards again towards the inside of your left foot. Right heel again, turning backwards. Now again, press the left knee towards the outside of your left upper arm. Slowly lifting the left foot, pointing it backwards, holding, inhaling. As you exhale, step your left foot backwards, holding, inhaling. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, sneak towards the front and up into your cobra. And as you exhale, slowly lowering down onto your belly. Make a little pillow with your hands on your forehead. And wiggle your hips from side to side. One more deep breath in here. And deep breath out. And then slowly turn onto your side, onto your right side. And then bend your right knee, so the knee that's below. Bring the right foot towards your right buttocks. And then with your left hand, with the upper hand, reach backwards. And maybe you can reach for your right foot. Maybe if that foot is not within reach, just allow the left hand to drop towards the floor behind you. Or you can also rest it onto your ribcage if you want to. And then for the left leg, option is to just stay where it is. Or you can extend the left leg in front of you. Or you can also bend the knee and allow it to drop towards the floor. And what we want to reach here is to keep both hip joints in one line on top of each other and to open the front body. So imagine with every exhalation, your left shoulder is dropping a little bit more towards the floor behind you. And we're going to take here a few breaths. Not only because I'm also exhausted, but to give the body time to adjust in this pose. To very gently open up. And again, like in the beginning, this is more of a passive stretch. So there's nothing you need to be pulling or doing. Just allowing your body to have the time and the space to gently open. And then very slowly loosen the grip if you had your foot in your hand. Extend both legs backwards again and then roll back onto your belly. And before we're going on to the other side, make a pillow again under your forehead with your hands. Wiggle your hips once more from side to side. And then try to bring both of your heels towards your buttocks. You can flex your feet and really try to press the heels towards the buttocks, also engaging your butt cheeks. And then slowly grabbing with your hands backwards. And maybe you can grab your ankles. If you can't grab your ankles, you can also point your feet and rather grab the backside of your feet. If you can't grab anything, you could also use a strap or a scarf. And then very slowly try to first lift the chest a little bit. Maybe you can reach with your hands a little bit more back, maybe towards your ankles. And then slowly try to lift the knees off the ground. And with your feet, press against your hands. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in. And then slowly, as you exhale, allow the knees to drop down again. Your forehead down onto the floor. Let your feet extend backwards again, and another pillow with your hands on the forehead, and wiggle your hips from side to side again. And then slowly turn onto your left side. And then bend your left knee. Bring the left foot towards the left buttocks. The right hand, the upper hand, reaches backwards and maybe grabs the foot if reachable. If it's not within reach, just allow the hand to drop towards the floor or onto your right rib cage. And again, here the intention is to open the chest, open the front and side body. So try to allow your right shoulder to drop with every exhalation a little bit more down towards the floor. And with your right knee, either allow it to drop towards the front. You can also extend your right leg in front of you. Just whatever is comfortable for you and whatever position allows you to keep both of your hip joints stacked above each other. Two more deep breaths. And then slowly extend both of your legs backwards again. Roll back onto your belly. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Also, if you want to shrug the shoulders or roll them. And then just bend the right knee, bring the right heel towards your right buttocks. And then reach back with your left hand. So maybe you want to use your right elbow and hand on the ground and try to catch your right foot. And then this time again, try to open your chest up. You can also use your right hand on the ground to push against the floor, and then try to lift the right knee off the ground and push the foot back against your hand. Now try to not let the right knee escape towards the side, but make sure the right knee stays in one line with your hip. You can also look backwards towards your foot. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in, slowly lower down again. Making another pillow with your hands on the forehead, loosening the legs, loosening the hips. And then slowly bending the left knee, the heel towards your buttocks. And then using the left elbow and hand onto the ground, lifting already your chest. Reaching backwards with your hand, trying to catch your left foot or the ankle. And then try to lift your chest up, lift your left knee up, and kick the foot against your hand. And you can also look backwards, give a nice twist to the neck, and have a look that you don't allow the left knee to escape towards the side, but keep the knee in one line with your hip. Take another deep breath in here, and deep breath out. Once more inhaling, and keep on exhaling. Last time, inhale here. As you exhale, slowly allow the knee to drop. And then bring your hands towards the front again, lower down. Wiggle the hips from side to side. And then once more, bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck the toes, and either you lift up into your plank pose or you go directly into the down dog. You find out for yourself. We're all meeting in down dog again. And then as you inhale, extend your right leg back and up. As you exhale, step your right foot in between of your hands and allow the left knee to drop down towards the floor. The hips sink down deep towards the front and down. And then again, bend your left knee, bring the left ankle or heel towards your buttocks. And then slowly, with your right hand, reach up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, open your chest. Try to reach back towards your left foot. Maybe you can grab the foot. Maybe you just keep on reaching backwards with your hand. Try to keep the hips moving forwards. And the right knee doesn't escape towards the side, but it keeps on pointing forwards. So make sure your right big toe stays on the ground. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in and out. Last time, inhaling. And slowly as you exhale, let go of the foot. Turn towards the front again. And then push with your hands on towards your right thigh. Engage your belly, very important here. And as you inhale, lift your left hand up. As you exhale, turn backwards. Left hand towards the back of your left thigh. And use your right hand here to push against the thigh. Lean backwards. Slowly grab with your fingertips, maybe towards your calf muscle, maybe towards your heel in the back. And try to slowly, gently lean back. Opening the chest in front and balancing your weight. Very slowly walking your fingertips back, coming towards the front again. Lifting your left hand up. Then as you exhale, bring your left hand down onto your right thigh and really ground it down. So as you inhale, you can lift your right arm up. And as you exhale, turn over the right shoulder. Right hand towards the back and towards the left thigh. And then slowly here, you can also use your left hand to push against the right thigh. And try to walk your right fingertips backwards, maybe towards your knee, maybe even the calf. But try to keep the hips towards the front and down. Deep breath in here. And deep breath out. Slowly walk your fingertips towards the front again. As you inhale, lift your right hand up once more. As you exhale, right hand down, left hand follows. Frame your front foot again. And then step your right knee next towards your left knee and come back into child's pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in and out. And then slowly tuck your toes again and move back and up into your downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your left leg back and up. As you exhale, step your left foot in between of your hands in the front and allow the right knee to drop. Hips moving towards the front and down. And then again, bend your right knee. Bring your heel close towards your buttocks. And then slowly reach with your left hand up. As you exhale, open the left hand towards the back. Try to reach backwards. And if your foot is in reach, try to grab your foot and pull it a bit closer towards your butt cheek. If it's not within reach, just keep on reaching backwards. So you open the left shoulder, open the left chest. Deep breath in here. And then very slowly let go of the foot. Bring the right leg back again. And then frame your front foot again. Slowly bring both hands up onto your left thigh. Grounding your hips down again, belly firm. And then first, let's turn towards the right side. Left hand stays on the thigh. Inhale, right hand up. As you exhale, turn towards your right side. Bringing the hand in the back of the thigh. Maybe slowly reaching backwards, maybe towards your calf, maybe towards the heel. And you can use your left hand really pushing against your left thigh. Slowly walking the right hand back, moving it up towards the sky. And then slowly bring your right hand onto your left thigh. Coming into the twist first. As you inhale, left hand up towards the sky. As you exhale, turn towards the side. Left hand towards your left thigh, towards the right thigh, excuse me. And slowly reaching with the fingertips backwards. Try to resist on lengthening the front leg. Keep the front knee bent. Deep breath in here. And deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in. And out. As you inhale again, lengthen the left hand up. Exhale, frame front foot again with both hands. And then step the left knee back into child's pose. Buttocks towards the heels, forehead onto the ground. One more deep breath in here. And deep breath out. Slowly walking the hands back towards your knees. And then again, bring your hips above the knees in front. And tuck your toes onto the floor for more stability. And then again, tighten your belly. Pull the navel in and up. Hands into the hips. And then bring your elbows back together. As you inhale, reach with your chest up. As you exhale, push with your hands, your hips towards the front and lean backwards with your chest. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling, maybe keeping the gaze towards the front. Just taking a few breaths in here. And then slowly, as you inhale, come back up. As you exhale, sit back onto your heels. Walk your hands towards the front. And then slowly coming into onto your belly again. Walking the hands as much to the front as you can. And from here, rolling directly onto your back. And then if you have, take a block or a pillow or maybe a folded blanket. Both works for a passive bridge pose. So for that, you want to bring both of your feet hip width apart. And then push your feet into the ground. And so you can inhale, lift your hips up, and then place the block just under your sacrum. So just where your butt begins. And then just allow the hips to lower down onto that block. Allow the hands to rest wherever they feel comfortable. And then you can decide if you keep your feet on the ground, or maybe you want to extend your legs towards the front and away from you. And again, this is a passive stretch. So just make sure your shoulders are comfortable on the ground, your hands are comfortable, your legs. And just take a few deep breaths in and out. And we started the class with a passive stretch more in the chest region. Now we bring this stretch just a little bit lower, more into the pelvis area. You can help to stretch by breathing further into the belly, trying to really deepen and to lengthen the breath. And then slowly, if your legs were extended, place your feet back onto the ground. And then lift your hips up so you can remove the block or the blanket. Slowly bring your hips down onto the floor, the knees back into it, the chest. And then hug your shin bones in. Try to make yourself small, like a little package. If you want to, also bring the tip of your nose in between of your knees. And just feel this hug for a moment. And then very slowly lay back down onto the floor. Extend your feet up towards the sky, your hands onto your lower belly, and then slowly allow the heels to drop towards your buttocks, up and down. And then very slowly again stepping your feet onto the floor and allowing the knees to drop from one side to the other for a few final twists. And then very slowly from here, extend your legs towards the front. Allow your hands to rest, maybe next to your body, maybe onto the belly, whatever you prefer. And let's just take a few minutes here to allow the body to completely rest and relax. So try to really give up on any tension that you might be holding. And what we're doing, our training here is our attention and our ability to relax, which sounds easy, but maybe isn't as simple. Well, if you want to, you can use your breath and just focus on your breath, focusing on the movement in the belly, in the chest, and in the rib cage.
Or if you find your mind being very busy today, you can also count your breath. Breathing in one, breathing out one, breathing in two, and so on. And then slowly deepen your breath again. Invite a big and deep breath in. Then a sighing breath out again. And then slowly move your hands, wiggle your feet. Slowly bring your knees back in towards your chest. And maybe with your hands onto the kneecaps, roll and knees from side to side, drawing a few circles. And then slowly rolling to your favorite side, using your upper hand to push into the ground and to find back into a seated position. And placing your hands in front of your heart center. Closing your eyes if you want to. And just taking a moment to check in. Noticing how your body feels right now. And just checking in. What is it that you need right now? Is there anything you can do for yourself? And just ask yourself, how can I take care of myself right now? And then start rubbing your palms against each other. And when your hands are really warm, bring that warmth onto any area of your body where you need more warmth and energy right now. And then from there, spread it over your entire body, over your arms, over your legs. arms and shoulders. And then start blinking your eyes open. And when you're ready, open them fully again. Take a moment to look around, to find back into your position, into your space. And then enjoy your evening. Have a great, great time and see you again soon. Bye bye.